Czym
you
się
do,
zajmujesz,
Alex?
Alex? Jestem detektywem. Gliniarz, Wydział Zabójstw.
Cross is not based on any particular James Patterson novel, but have they been any source of inspiration for you guys while preparing for your roles, especially that the books are usually narrated from Alex's point of view?
So you're right. So the series, what Ben Watkins, our showrunner and creator, wanted to do, creating his own lane of mysteries that weren't wholly dependent on the novel. So it's not like every season is a book. Every season is an extensive expansion of the world of Cross. So you have the books, because James is still writing, and you have the show, which gives you new mysteries, new killers, new threats, things like that. So the books serve as the foundation for the world that we get to play in. But what Ben did is he took all of the little bits, the interesting bits that were like written in between the lines, and he took that, he magnified that and put it on screen. So that's why you get to see the beautiful relationship between Cross and Samson develop, and you show that brotherhood throughout, because we have the space, we have the time, and we have the range to really explore that.
Alex and John, they go a way back, and in the series we meet them already as lifelong friends and partners. So can you guys please say anything about the dynamics between them?
It started way back when they were children. What you have is two people who are looking for their identity in the beginning because they both lost something, and they're finding that identity together. And so that forms this brotherhood and this bond that is unmatched in anything I think you've ever seen in television, as far as two African-American characters portraying two African-American characters.
Cross is something more than a crime/thriller, as it's also a family drama and, you know, the subject of racial tensions, police brutality. So can you tell me how all the social themes present in the series influence its mood and the plot and the characters as well?
Something that Ben was very specific about is that he wanted to show a real world. He wanted to show Alex Cross as truly a Black detective. And what that means is, what is that reality? What is his reality when it comes to the idea of his job as a detective, and when it comes to, you know, social justice, the iniquities when it comes to the relationship between police and the Black community, things like that. Those are things that are common in our average, everyday, regular life, right? They're not themes, they're not caricature types, they're what we talk about regularly. What Ben did brilliantly was he brought that conversation to the forefront in a way that is normalized, so people can understand that I guess to quote the show, this is not dinner party chat. No. We see all of the facets of what we do, how we go through it. We see Black people in a multifaceted way, where it's no longer a situation that is unreachable. We invite the whole world. Doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, where you're at. We invite you all to understand what this world is. And you're right, it is a family show, along with being a thriller and a crime drama. We have so many elements that balance out the emotional tone, as far as, you know, the sexiness, the fear, the humor, which is fantastic. And then also we have at its root and core, a true crime thriller. I would call this a bit of an outlier, because the structure of the show is unlike any crime thriller I've ever seen. And that's why I love it so much, because it is so unique.
When you watch the show, you'll experience how they navigate social justice. You'll experience that with the characters. You'll be able to see them actually tackling those things, and you'll get to know the characters and see, like, these people being put in these situations in everyday life. You may not understand, like, how that guy navigates. He's a detective, but how does he navigate social justice? Well, now you get to see that.
Zawsze byłeś taki dobry? Nie nabrałem się. Polemizowałbym.
True crime has been a real pop cultural phenomenon in the recent years, and the series in a way also deals with the topic of fascination with serial killers. So what's your opinion on this trend?
As long as I've been watching TV, I feel like true crime has always been at the forefront of interest. And I think that there's a proximity to the reality of it that interests people, you know, because we grow up, we watch the news, and this is always constant in the news. We see it interpreted in shows like this, and I think it helps us understand human nature. That's something I really love about the show, is not only do we get to see the crime breakdown, but we get to understand how the killer thinks, because another interesting facet about the show is we get to live with the killer. We get to see who that killer is as a human being, how they understand and move through life, and we get to understand what motivates them on a personal level, right? And then we get to understand the mindset of the guys who are chasing him down. There's this sort of unique, cerebrally, intoxicating experience that just really locks me in, because now I get to understand motivations and agendas from a different point. And I think that it's always fascinating.
And everybody loves a whodunit.
Exactly. So who done it?
Yeah, and they want to find out who going to find out.
Exactly. Because when they find out who found out before, what the first person who found out, and they
Who's
tell
gonna
their
find
mama,
out?
because the mama done to tell
What they did.
Exactly. You got all that.
You got
yeah.
that.
You good. You good.
If Jack Reacher met Alex Cross, who do you think would outsmart who?
Listen, they're both great characters,
sir.
but
yes, but
I mean,
Detective Cross is a forensic psychologist. I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? He already knows what he already knows what he needs to know.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Alan Richmond, who plays Reacher. He's a cool cat. Cool brother, but I'm sorry, Alan. I'm gonna take you. Yeah, I got this all day. It is what it is. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if y'all want to see a Reacher crossover. If you want to see the wits,
there you go.
Let me know.
Now we're talking.
We can make something happen. I might know somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah, and also Reacher doesn't have a John Samson.
Exactly.
Hey,
it's just Reacher reaching.
He's a Reacher.
Cross got Sam. He got two Samson. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so no contest then. Thank you, guys.